Hey, good morning, Reptile Army. Welcome to the vlog. Hope the start of your day is amazing. We have something pretty incredible that just happened. And that would be that we got kind of a cool surprise here with this little mama here. Of course, this is a Colombian Rainbow Boa. Now, I've got to start by saying that I kind of put the Rainbow Boas together this year, and I didn't even think anything much of it. We didn't work really hard. I'll explain a little bit more about that later. But guess what we found this morning? Right here. Oh, there's some babies! So she's a mama. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab this container right here, and we're going to see how many babies mama has. And typically mamas get pretty upset when they're just having babies. Now, she's a small girl. The interesting thing is that I wasn't expecting any babies. This is a complete surprise. So we have one little baby here, two little babies here, and I'm just going to kind of look around and see if we have any more little babies. Oh, yep, there's some more babies over here. I just got to open this cage up a little bit more and go ahead and look back here. Look at how striky they are when they're babies. There's so much. This is three little babies. Oh, God, come on, little monkey. Bite me, bite me. Four little babies here. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. And five little babies. I don't know if that's it. Again, she's a pretty small animal, but I'm going to just kind of look around here and see if there's any other babies in this enclosure. Kind of move mama around. Got some gump in here. Obviously, we got to clean the cage all up because as they have babies, they have all kinds of nasty gump and stuff like that. But look at these. Oh my gosh, they are so cool. We have five little baby Rainbow Boas. And again, I wasn't expecting any babies this year because we really didn't put the energy into breeding them this year, which was my fault 100%. But we did get a surprise litter of babies, and they are absolutely incredible. Look at the pattern and color on those guys. Absolutely wonderful. I mean, that is a great kind of way to start the day when you don't expect babies and you get little babies. Now the thing that's interesting is I want to go through the rest of the females and see if possibly some of the other ones are going to have babies. Now I will say this, typically they have babies like July or August, so these are really late babies. Don't know why mama here hung on to her babies for so long, but she looks pretty good. We'll get her back onto food here, get her beefed up and stuff like that, because typically you're going to breed these guys really in like January, February, and again, they're going to have babies in July or somewhere in that range. So this is really off season, but I didn't think we were going to get any, so I am over the moon excited to get baby Rainbow Boas. How awesome is that? And just kind of going through all of the other Rainbow Boas, I'll be honest with you, you can see how much larger these girls have. Now this girl would probably have somewhere like 20, 25 babies because she's so big, but all of these are on food right now, which tells me that they're probably not gravid. Unfortunately, it looks like we just had one female that was off of food for the last little bit, and that was the girl that actually had babies. So the fact is that I just kind of put them together this year, and you have to really work projects in order to be successful, right? And I'll be totally honest with you, I was just kind of overwhelmed with, breeding ball pythons and all the other things going on, and I was doing all of the breeding down here in the dungeon, and the Rainbow Boas just kind of slipped through. I just did not do a good job of them. Yes, males and females were together, but I wasn't switching them out like I should, wasn't beefing females up like I should, because you really want to put lots of food into females during the breeding season in order to be successful, right? And I wasn't doing that. So this year we're going to really refocus. Jessica is going to be doing a lot of the breeding down here. I'm going to still work on all of the ball pythons, but Jessica can do all the other boas and pythons down here. Because listen, we have carpet pythons, woolma pythons, all kinds of different stuff that we just didn't even breed this last year. So we're going to really focus hard on it this year, and hopefully this year we can have a ton of rainbows, because we probably have, between Colombians and Brazilians, probably about 15 or 20 females that are nice big, just like this girl right here. So that's a lot of babies that we didn't produce this last year that I think this year we will, because Jessica is really good at breeding stuff, and so we're going to work together and work really hard to make all of our production good this coming up season. So hey, it's awesome that we got a surprise litter, but certainly my fault that we didn't get a bunch of other rainbows as well as a bunch of other pythons and boas. So this year coming up, I think we're going to have a banger year now that Jessica's involved. Certainly one of my favorite animals to feed every week is Bugatti. You want to eat? You want to eat? Oh! Took it right like that. And it's actually unusual for Bugatti to be down here. Normally it's up here in the corner over here, so we get a chance to see it eat a little bit better here. Absolutely beautiful as it's getting older and getting that adult color in. It's an absolutely ripper of an animal. These guys will actually get like 7 to 9 foot long, so they're going to get pretty good. As a matter of fact, if you guys didn't see the podcast, we actually had Ari Fleigel on, who's actually an expert in Boelen's python. So I'll put a link in the description. You guys definitely check that podcast out, because he knows more about Boelen's pythons than probably anyone in the country, and it was absolutely epic. Another snake I always love feeding is actually my girl Verde here, and she is definitely ready to go as well. Oh, I tell you, anacondas strike so fast, you know. They go from like just sniffing to like wham! I mean, they hit it so fast. I mean, I've never actually been bitten by them while they're being fed, but I tell you what, I don't want to because they hit with such force. But she is looking absolutely incredible, and like I mentioned, at this size, she's going to start to explode. Definitely going to need a much larger enclosure here probably in the next 6 months. Still haven't named the albino box turtle, although you guys have come up with a lot of great names. So continue down in the comments, let me know what you think the albino box turtle's name to be. We'll make a decision here pretty soon, but basically you saw that we fed it worms the other day. What we basically are going to do is back and forth between worms and aquatic turtle food. And what I want to do is just put some aquatic turtle food in water to actually soak, right? Because this is kind of hard. The aquatic turtles love it, they'll eat it, no problem. But what we want to do is soften it up and make it almost into a goo ball, and then actually it should eat it right out of our hands. That's at least what the owner said was happening. So we're going to let this soak for about 10 minutes or so, make it nice and soft, and then make a little bit of a goo ball turtle soupy type of thing, and then see if it'll eat. So hopefully today it'll eat as well as it did yesterday.
It'll be fine, Mike. That's what we always said. And then somebody almost died. They made a mess. More specifically, Night Fury made a mess. Now he's all the way in the top corner. And I'm pretty, definitely still has shed on him. So we gotta pull him out, shed him, and clean the cage while Gemma's still in there. Is this long enough? You think we can like attach two of them together? This is gonna go either really, really good or really, really terrible. I'm not Fury. It's so hard, he's so black, I can't even see where he is in the roof starts. He's doing exactly what I said not to do. Not in the pee water. You woke up. I hope she's in a good mood today. No. Okay, Night Fury's in there, locked, secure. And I'll give him a little bit to shed out. Now I gotta clean the cage.
So I basically just poured the water out, and of course all these pellets now are kind of real soft and mushy, and what I'm going to do is just kind of take them in my hand like this and just try to make a little ball of them, right? Because obviously it's got to be really nice and soft for him to be able to eat, but it's not the easiest thing to do, to be totally honest with you here. I'm going to try to make it into a little paste ball here. Okay, so that's as good as I'm going to get. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this guy to eat. So it was a no-go with the turtle food. Maybe he just doesn't like this. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try to give him worms again like we did yesterday. I just want him to eat every day so that I know that he's doing well. I tell you, this guy, he's so small and so fragile. I'm going to be totally honest with you. If I would have known he was this small, I probably would have held off. I thought he was going to be about twice this size, and it's really frightening. You know, I always get really stressed out when we get new animals, especially when you get something that's this rare, as well as the fact that, you know, it's so fragile at this size, right? So as long as he's continued to eat, I'm feeling good, but he didn't like the turtle food, so we'll go ahead and try a worm. Okay, so I'm going to try a worm now. Definitely interested in the worm, so that's good. So he doesn't seem to really like the fish food, but he at least is eating some worms, so that's absolutely good. So as long as I can keep him eating those, that's really good. We're going to want to give him some variety, there's no doubt about it, but we just have to figure out what he wants to actually eat. All right, so basically At least he's eating, right? You know, I'm definitely freaking out about it. I always get this way. I get nervous when we get new animals, especially something so fragile like this and so rare. I don't want anything to happen to it. So at least it's taking some food that's really good. We're going to have to just keep on trying to figure out different things. These guys will eat a little bit of fruit as well, so I can try a little bit of that. You know, the worms seem to be working. Didn't like the turtle food that we tried, so maybe we'll try a different type of turtle food. Once this guy gets like twice the size, I'm going to feel so much better. The truth is that I was just as stressed out when we got Salt, the albino alligator, when she was just a baby. Remember, we got her when she was only 7, 8 days old, and she was really tiny, and I was freaking out. I mean, the first week or so, I could hardly sleep because I was just like, what did I do? Why did I buy this albino alligator? She's not going to do well here and stuff like that. So I just always have that kind of little bit of fear. You know, I want the animals that we get to do well, you know, no matter, you know, how rare they are or how expensive they are. The fact is, I just want them to do well. So obviously it's going to take me a week or two to kind of get the anxiety out when it comes to this little baby albino box turtle. And obviously Salty did absolutely amazing. Look at how big she is now. I'm sure this box turtle will do the same, but it's definitely going to make me lose a couple Z's tonight. There's no doubt about it. But as long as it's continuing to eat, I have faith that we'll get it going. And if you remember, we got Heinz and Frenches when they were really tiny as well. And the thing is I've talked about the fact that we like to get animals when they're really young here at the Reptarium, because when they're young, we can kind of socialize them, habituate them to being handled and stuff like that, and kind of get them in. Not to mention, we want to have them live a long time. You know, something like a box turtle is going to live, you know, 30 to 50 years, right? So this one being so young, if we can get him past that fragile stage and get him used to people, he's going to be a great animal ambassador, just like Heinz the albino iguana has been, right? So getting animals young is kind of what we like to do here. I will be honest with you, this box turtle is a little bit younger than what I feel comfortable with, but I think we're going to be okay. We have to just really work hard to make sure we're giving it everything that it needs. At least it's eating, and as long as it's eating, that makes me feel good. And I'm sure here in a week or two, I'll feel a lot more comfortable, and I'll stop complaining to you guys about how stressed out I am.
I gotta go ask Brian a question. Hey, Mr. Brian.
Yeah, just away from the back.
Roadblock. Alright, so we're putting that fruit back home. Glad I asked. I have to put them all the way back in there and have to get it back out. He is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Don't go in the tree. And that's it. Make sure the tip of the tail's good. And Night Fury shed out, looking fantastic. That went way better than I thought it would. Gemma basically stayed still the whole time. Night Fury didn't try to kill me. I shouldn't have spoke too soon. Go that way, don't come back out. Done.
Hope you enjoyed today's video. Definitely awesome to have some little rainbow boas born. I am so excited about it. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit this playlist right over there. Another favor you could do me is hit that subscription button. It'd mean the world to me. Turn those post notifications on too. Have an absolutely wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.